Hey, what up, YouTube? It's been a while, and as you can see from the pamphlet in front of me, I am currently at High Point State Park in New Jersey. I've been off trail for about 2 weeks. I haven't been making videos, but I did the New York section in a few weekends, and I'm making my way now to Delwater Gap. Potentially further south through Pennsylvania into West Virginia to Harper's Ferry, but that depends on the weather. Given the Arctic blasts and polar vortexes and shit, I'm just playing it by ear. I got almost my full winter gear out right now. I'm at High Point right now. I'm in the little booth of the ranger's office. Campsites are closed for the season. Reopen April 1st. I'm assuming that you're still allowed to stay in the shelters. I don't think anyone's really gonna bother you. But yeah, it's about 7 o'clock Friday, and I'm just gonna make my way on trail. But I bought some McDonald's and some other stuff. Kind of fun in here. It's actually really pretty toasty. It's about 17 degrees outside right now. Maybe a little warmer than that. Maybe around 20, 25. Because I think when I was in Port Jervis was 30 degrees. So, that was the final low temperature. So I guess at some point tonight it's going to be like 17 degrees, and it's going to warm up. I'm just hanging out in here. Bud Light Raspberry. In an awkward way, that kind of brings me to kind of like an update about my channel. I am going to it's a couple of videos, barely a channel, but I'm going to start focusing on like brewing and beer and doing that. I just need to get the equipment, and it's kind of hard by myself. I need an assistant to do the filming, but beer is something I'm going to be doing a lot more of, like maybe beer reviews and home brewing tips as I learn to home brew more. But right now I'm kind of more about the trail than sitting around drinking. That'll be something nice for the winter though. So I'm going to kind of shift gears, and I guess over the course of time my channel is going to kind of work like that. And during the hiking season, which for me is in late summer or fall, doing hiking stuff, and the rest of the time is doing brew stuff. And in the summertime, who knows, probably be working. But yeah, so I'm in this little box. It's, maybe 6 by 8 little box. Kind of spilled some stuff over there, and I'm just hanging out. It's about 7:30. Got a cab up here, getting ready to hit back on the trail. You can see outside. It's kind of cool. It's nice outside actually. It's not too bad. I have pretty light clothes on. I'm very warm, just kind of standing around hanging out, so it's pretty cool. I'm just hanging out in here, kind of listening to music, making videos, raspberrying it up. So I guess I'll just do a review. This is like a camping update / beer review. I'll put that in the title. So these are the Bud Light flavored drink series, the Rita series, the margarita series, I guess. And then they have the margaritas. I'll leave it how this is. Let me get this out. They have the margarita, the various mixes, the various types. They have the standard limerita. They have the strawberry. They have the mango. They have this raspberry. They have apple Rita, cranberry-rita, and they have cranberry burrita. It's like the winter seasonal. I guess that's like the Christmas one. 24 ounce. This is by Bud Light. I guess I would assume that's Anheuser-Busch, which is apparently an evil corporation, right-wing corporation that puts a lot of lobbying dollars into deregulating the FDA and all this other stuff. So that aside, maybe you shouldn't be giving a lot of money to Anheuser-Busch Corporation. Regardless if you're, identify with right-wing politics or not, because it's, subvert the whole lobbying thing of lobbying subverts democracy and just money into politics, and I don't know. Anyway, that's a different video, which I'm probably not going to deal with. But yeah, so these are 8%. If you could see, I'm getting like a weird. Okay, that's why I'm getting a weird shadow. Sorry about that. It's 25 ounces rather than 24. You get that extra ounce. It's 25 extra ounce and extra alcohol level. If you could see, if we could focus in here, a 8 shall be coming into focus at some point. 8. It's hard to get a focus on this thing. Yeah, well, that's an 8. That little square box right over here by my finger, that's an 8%. I don't know, maybe it's the light gleaming off of it. It's not focusing in. Anyway, so this is 8%. Anheuser-Busch. There's nothing really light about it. It's pretty thick, very extremely sweet. This is a review of this, just to what we're doing right now. I don't know. This is kind of my go-to beer when I'm on the trail, because it's usually relatively, I wouldn't even call it cheap, but I just go to it because it's usually there. It's strong. Get my drunk on a little bit, and yeah, obviously it's like in the middle of the night. I'm going to be hiking for about 2.5 miles for about probably 2-3 hours. So I need to, get my buzz on. Maybe not the safest thing in the world to do, but it's actually really nice out. Despite it being crisp, it's nice. I mean, I actually did this trip from here, from High Point to Del Water Gap, like a couple of years ago, in like probably the exact same time of day, exact time of night. I got a ride up here, and from some friends are like, dude, it's like fucking pitch black. Like, you're just sitting out. I was like, yeah, I do that. I'm good like that. I'm getting in the light again. But yeah. Raspberry-to, what to say? This, I would say that this is the best one of them all. I got kind of excited about the apple one because I love cider. I didn't actually post that video, but I did a video about making cider that was like unwatchable, so I deleted it. But yeah, I like apple cider. I like apple. Kind of moving away from that though. I really like. This is almost like a poor man's. I mean, if you're looking at a beer review, you probably like beer, like good quality beers, and oh my god, what's even the point? But this is like a very, very poor man's cheap imitation of almost like a Lindemann's Framboise beer, the Lambic. It's nothing like that at all. This is very syrupy, very sickly sweet. But it's I think it's the most drinkable of all of them, because it does have like, I guess the strawberry flavor has just enough bitterness to kind of cancel out the sweetness a little bit. And it doesn't even taste like alcohol at all. It's pretty smooth, pretty easy to drink. It just kind of hits your stomach like a bomb. And if you drink too much of this, it will get you like really sick. This is not good. This isn't good stuff. But for $3, this one ran me about $3. 25 ounces, 8%. That's almost like a bottle of wine for $3. Essentially, is what it is, alcohol-wise. It's a bottle of wine for $3, and put it on ice. I think it makes it a little bit more bearable. Just it kind of cuts a little bit of the sweetness. Yeah, but the thing about, I don't really drink these that often, like usually normally, but they're not terrible. The thing about this is it doesn't actually, I don't think these get you drunk. Like the most I could drink of these is like 2, which I'm doing right now. This is my second one. And I'm starting to feel, but these don't really get you drunk though. That's the weird thing. They just get you like sort of tired. It's just I guess it's like the quality of alcohol. And that's something else that I learned from homebrewing, that not all alcohol is equal. Just because something is 4% alcohol or 10% or 12%, that doesn't tell you the whole story. Just how a beer drunk, even though the alcohol quality is the same, and maybe your blood alcohol concentration will be the same as drinking, 12 ounces of beer, 6 or 4 ounces of wine. I think it's 4 ounces is like a glass of wine, or 6 ounces, and an ounce of liquor is about a shot. I need to have some visual, because I'm just like talking and not watching the screen. So those will all get your blood alcohol level to roughly the same point. If you remember those like little alcohol charts from like Living Skills or whatever, that's what I remember from teen pregnancy and all that good stuff. Let me put this down just so I could like kind of squat and just like, yeah. So we're talking about the burrito. But the most troubling thing that I find about this is it doesn't actually really get you drunk. Not quite, because I think the what they get their alcohol from, which is probably as cheap as it get, be it like corn or rice or whatever malt that they use, it doesn't really get you drunk. It like kind of makes you tired. That's something I learned from home brewing, that not all alcohol, despite your blood alcohol level, or I don't know, maybe is how it gets absorbed into your blood alcohol. I don't know that. But anecdotally, experientially, I can say that homebrew liquor or alcohol, even if you don't drink that much, gets you way drunker and in a much better way. Just how the same things, like you could drink cheap vodka, like Alexei vodka, or I don't know, depending on what region you live in the United States anyway. You could drink cheap vodka and it'll get you drunk, but not in a good way. But if you drink like top quality shelf vodka, which is the same strength. I don't drink vodka. I really don't like hard liquor at all. But this is for illustration purposes. It'll get you drunk in a completely different way, and much more clear. You're much more lucid. You kind of more have control of yourself a little bit, but you're totally fucking drunk. But it's just affecting you in a different way. And I feel like this, whatever the quality of what the liquor is they put in it, it doesn't get you drunk, it gets you tired. It's like a sickly kind of chemical drunk. But at the same time, what can we say? Color, it's like, if you look at it, it's just like chemical red. It was fucking nuts. Excuse my language. I tried. The first couple of videos I did curse, and then I made a point not to, just because, people I know are going to see this, and some people are offended by it, and it isn't really articulate. It isn't clear. It isn't conveying anything or adding anything except for sounds like you're trying to sound cool or something, which I'm not trying to do. This is how I talk. So please excuse me for any language things in this. I'm going to make a better point to do that. But obviously I've had 25 ounces of 8% raspberry. So I think you got, there's a little bit of play in there available for me. I get a little bit of an excuse that way. So taste, color, it's not great. Smell, smells just like straight raspberry. It doesn't have any type of real hops taste to it. It's just, is there an ingredients list? I'm trying to look. I would guess it's just like citric acid and alcohol, and this is just like the cheapest possible alcohol. They probably just put corn sugar and corn grit. This is just corn, like a little. This is probably just straight up corn liquor, beer made out of corn grit, made up to 8%, and then just put fruit flavoring on top of it and some sugar. And some syrup, and some fructose syrup. So this is like real, pretty bottom shelf, but I do really like raspberry flavor, and this kind of gives me my raspberry fix, sort of, because for almost the same amount of volume, I could get a Lindemans Framboise bottle. But yeah, this doesn't come absolutely anywhere close to it. But they're both flavored with syrup. They're both artificially flavored. I'd actually like to know what the base of this is, because it kind of gives you a stomachache if you drink too much of these. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this gotta really think about this, because I want to give a good review. I'd give this a 4, and that for what it is, that's pretty high. And these are also for my purposes, and what's important for me, it's drinkable, it tastes good, it doesn't make me sick. I mean, I guess this is drinkable, but it doesn't make you sick, and it's very sweet. But I think these are pretty good, because they give you, especially the raspberry one, I would give the other ones every other one of them like a 2. But I would give this raspberry and the cranberry. I used to like the apple, but the apple is terrible. It really is. It really makes you sick. they're not. These aren't too bad. And I almost always drink these like when I'm in town, like when I'm in a trail town. I'll buy like 2 of these and I'll pound them. Just kind of gets you drunk. It doesn't taste bad. These are like really good compared to the other ones. They actually don't taste bad. A little too sweet for me, but I don't think you could really, for what it is, it's really not bad. $3, $2.50 some places, depending on where you are in the United States. I think these aren't that bad. So it's like a 10-minute review, 5-minute, 2-minute update on the trail. So yeah, I gotta get back on the trail, obviously, because I'm just sitting home and drinking raspberries. No, not at all. Haven't been drinking these. I've been drinking better beer than this. But anyway, that's 15 minutes. This is ridiculous. Okay, bye.